This episode is brought to you by Allstate. Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the date of the big game first before you accidentally buy tickets on your 20th wedding anniversary and have to spend the next 20 years of your marriage making up for it. Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Savings vary. Terms apply. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Northbrook, Illinois.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Whatever you love, find it on eBay. eBay, things people love.
All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show, and welcome to another comparison. Me comparing another game to Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. Yeah, I did that introduction all off. Because I'm over here thinking on whether or not I should buy the video game Star Citizen. So my brain, it's all over the place right now, alright? But anyways, let's overall talk on Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown versus Need for Speed Heat. Because the thing is this, if I had to compare both those games, on Need for Speed Unbound and Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown, I would overall tell you not to buy neither of those games, because neither of those games is worth buying, at least not right now. And it's crazy because Need for Speed Unbound's been out a lot longer. But yeah, that's a game where I'm like, nah, bro, it leaves a bad taste in my mouth. But no, overall though, Need for Speed Heat, I would say that game, even though it doesn't offer all the different things, it really, at the end of the day, it offers more. It offers a story. It offers a gang of races that you can do. There's even the, after you beat the story, there's still a bunch of things for you to do and stuff. Yeah, it's just one of those games where I'm like, I had fun playing it. I played it a couple of times. And, both times I was satisfied with the gameplay. And, they don't have it where, the cop chases are mad difficult. They don't have it where, the races are difficult. I was actually able to get through that game both times with flying colors. So that's why I'm like, Need for Speed Heat. I would have to say, out of all the Need for Speed games to come out in the recent years, Heat would probably be my favorite, but I take that back. I wouldn't say Underground 2 will probably be my favorite Need for Speed game. But, in modern times, I would say that, Need for Speed Heat. In my opinion, it's a good game. I had to say that really is the only Need for Speed game that I actually sat down and played a lot of. I remember when, that second Most Wanted came out like that, and I don't know if they were trying to remake it or whatever, but yeah, that was alright, but no, Need for Speed Heat, I would say if you're looking for a Need for Speed game and then you're stuck between Unbound and Heat, get Heat. Unbound isn't good, I'm gonna tell you that right now, alright, but anyways, but just overall comparing it to Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown, like I said, the game has a story, and it's actually an interesting story about these crooked cops and these racers, and I'm like, fam, it's like a game where it leaves, the story, it's interesting, it's like, that's the type of stuff that I like, where it's like, okay, I'm invested, I can sit down and get with this story, they have a wide selection of cars, too. I feel like they had a gang of cars in Need for Speed Heat. Let me see real quick, Need for Speed Heat, car, or how many cars did they have, how many cars did they have in Need for Speed Heat? There are 127 vehicles. Oh, okay. Well, I guess. And then there's additional will be add overtime DLCs. Also, there's the 127 plus the DLCs. So, it's more than Test Drive, and it's not a whole lot. I felt like that there was a lot of different cars. I guess with me, it was I felt like that I was able to drive a lot of the different cars in there, because it wasn't, locked. I was able to, and if I have the money for it, at least the thing was this, is that whatever car that I had, I was satisfied with it, so, I would say that, Need for Speed Heat, when it came down to the cars, I feel like they had a decent amount of cars. I mean, because I feel like I don't know, like, even though Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown, they do say that they got like 99 cars in there and 98 cars in there, and it just don't seem like that it's a lot. Like, anytime when I go to the dealership, I'm like, fam, it just don't seem like it's a lot. And I feel like with Need for Speed, it was like they had a bunch of different cars in there. I can't even remember if they had like duplicate cars and stuff, but hold on, let me click on this website and see. So yeah, it's still the same thing, 127. But yeah, it's like I feel that they did have like some duplicate cars in there and stuff. But yeah, overall though, it was like, did they have a Koenigsegg? They had a Koenigsegg. So that's why I was like, yeah, bro, they have, even though it says 127, it still feels like that they got a gang of cars. Like, you're looking through the list and it's like, dang, bro, versus Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown, it was like the one dealership, it just doesn't even seem like they have a whole lot of cars in there, and it's like, and then it seemed like that they got like, you could go to the American dealership and Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown, and it just seems like they got like, like 3 different Corvettes in there or something. Like, I had to go back and check, but it just seemed like that they don't have like a big selection of cars and stuff. So yeah, it's like with a racing game, you have to have a big selection of cars. You can't come out with a racing game and not have a big selection of cars. But anyways, so yeah, cars, they beat them on that. Story, beat them on that. Character customization, yeah, I feel like they had like a decent, because they had Adidas in there, and Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown, like, yeah, they didn't really have like no license clothes. That doesn't really stand out to me. I'm like, as long as you guys got character customization, then I'm like, okay, cool. So I would say that character customization, it's neck and neck. But overall though, yeah, Need for Speed Heat, they did have some licensed clothes in there. I'm trying to think, I can't even think of a video game where it does have licensed clothes. And I feel like Need for Speed, like, it ain't Need for Speed Heat, that ain't even a game where it's really focused on clothes. Like, it's focused on racing, of course. So to me, it's like, wow, all right. I mean, yeah, that's cool, I guess, but anyways, and then they had like a day and night thing going on, where it's like during the day, cops wouldn't really mess with you, and then at night, then that's when cops are trying to like chase you down. And I would say, like, even throwing that game in there, Unbound, they didn't have it where the cop chases was mad difficult. Test Drive, they don't even have cop chases at all. I'm like, if I could say anything good about Unbound, and even though them cops were mad annoying in there, yeah, they did have like some cop chases, but I guess like Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown is supposed to be like a professionalized street racing thing going on. So I'm like, I ain't tripping about it. It seems all right. But that's one thing I feel like I always forget to mention that with Test Drive. And then with other games, is that when you crash into things on there, it doesn't, like, if you crash into something like a hard surface, then yeah, of course it's gonna stop your car, it ain't gonna slow your car down. But the thing is, like, you can crash into fences, bushes, I'm trying to think of some other stuff, street lights, and your car doesn't slow down. Test Drive, on the other hand, and it's like, yeah, I guess, they're trying to change it up, but at the same time, I'm like, fam, if you're trying to be an authentic street racing game, then if you're going to be authentic, then you need to have it where it's like, ain't no cars out in the middle of the road, ain't no, like, it needs to be an authentic street racing event. And I'm like, fam, but it's like, at the same time, it's like, you guys got to remember, it's people just trying to play a video game, so I ain't looking for an authentic experience. I'm trying to feel the same way I felt when I was a kid playing Midnight Club, and I'm going to compare Midnight Club to Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown, but, because them just still trying to say that they're, trying to compete with Grand Theft Auto 6, and that game hasn't even came out yet. I guarantee and I promise you, there are people, let's just see, because I know Midnight Club, it's not available for purchase anymore on Steam, but let's just say Steam player count. Let's just see where it currently, okay, so now they still have it. Dang, there's nobody playing this game right now on Steam? Wow. 7 in the past 24 hours. Yeah, I guess because it is an old game, but I still would rather play Midnight Club 2 than Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. But let's just see where Need for Speed Heat is at. Let's see Steam player count. Let's see where they're at. Steam DB. Okay. 3,965 players. Okay, let's see Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. 128 players. And Need for Speed Heat, that game came out, it was definitely while I was working at the cafe in Seattle. 2019. That game came out November 8th, 2019. And you mean to tell me, I wonder how many people are playing Need for Speed Unbound on Steam. Need for Speed Unbound Steam player count. Probably a lot, because I know they did come out with an update not too long. Wow, it's less than Need for Speed Heat. See, that's what I'm saying. Need for Speed Unbound, it's not a good game. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It's not even the 24-hour peak. There's like over 8,000 players for Need for Speed Heat, and then 5,000 players for Need for Speed Unbound. And it's like, and then with Test Drive. Where's Test Drive at? Hold on, let me exit out of some things real quick. Test Drive, past 24 hours, 513, in the past 24 hours. I'm like, you guys, and there's like all-time peak 3 months ago was 5,305. And I'm like, you guys, you can't even get that now, like, with the 20, that's not even comparing to the 24 hours of Need for Speed Heat. And I'm like, man, to me, that's crazy. You know, and their all-time peak was 2.2 years ago, 86,196 players. So to me, when I see stuff like that, it's like, fam, how do you expect to compete with all these other big? Because I don't know, was Need for Speed on the list? I don't know if Need for Speed was on the list of games they were trying to compete with, but I imagine that they are trying to compete with Need for Speed. They just said is intended to, so Forza, The Crew, and Grand Theft Auto 6. So maybe they're not trying to compete with Need for Speed because they know that it's like, even if Need for Speed, if you guys look at it on some stuff where it's like, oh, they're not, no, they're no match for us. Like, no, we're better than them. You guys aren't. I'm like, the thing is this. I wonder if they have like a thing like, what is the worst Need for Speed game to come out? What is the worst Need for Speed?
When your gut feels off, your whole day can feel off. Activia probiotic yogurts and dailies are a quick, easy, and tasty way to up your gut health game every day. They're deliciously smooth and creamy and packed with billions of live and active probiotics. Your gut is where it all begins, so start with Activia. Enjoying Activia twice a day for 2 weeks as part of a balanced diet and healthy lifestyle can help reduce the frequency of minor digestive discomfort.
This year, Santa's bringing the power of Energizer into his workshop.
Whoa, the Energizer Bunny's got so much power.
Wait, he's powered up all the toys. I think that means we're done for the year.
I love this bunny.
He's the hardest working helper the North Pole has ever seen. And he wants all your gifts to have the power of the #1 longest lasting AA battery. So this holiday season, stock up on Santa's and the elves' favorite battery, Energizer Ultimate Lithium.
Game. Let's just see. Need for Speed Nitro 2009. I never even heard of that, but yeah, let's just see where that game is currently at as well. It's not on Steam. But there's like, I guess there are still some people. Oh, it was a Wii game. I think that's why it probably wasn't all that. Dang, it has like a cartoon ish type look to it and stuff. So yeah, but I mean, oh wow, you actually can get this game for $7 on Amazon. Wow, that's crazy. I'm like, and the funny thing is, I just remember, it just seems like that with Need for Speed, it's like, with this last one that they came out with, Unbound, I just don't know what the goal was with that, but with Heat, though, it's like, and then just thinking of all the other different Need for Speed games that I've played growing up, and I'm like, even just playing Underground and stuff, and then getting the chance to play Most Wanted. Need for Speed, I feel like that's a game where it's like, if you guys are going to try to actually compete, you got to do things better than these games. And I feel like that's something that I might have not gotten a chance to say in these previous episodes where I'm talking about like these test drive comparisons, but it's like, you guys gotta like pay attention to what they're doing with their games and do something differently. But it's like, if all you guys are gonna do, and this is what all they have, like, I guess if you've never played Test Drive the Unlimited Solar Crown, this is all that they have: racing and time trials. So it's like you're just beating a certain time. And I feel like that's the only mode in the game where it seems legitimate. You know, and it ain't like you're doing a race where you're having a Mini Cooper, you know, gassing you out on a straightaway. Or it's like some other car where it's like, you know, and you're driving a Mustang or some other faster car, and it's like, fam, come on now. You know, and then the thing is this, with Need for Speed Heat, they had an offline mode. That was a game, I played the entire game offline. Even with Need for Speed Unbound, they have an offline mode. So I guess if you do want to get a racing game, I know Need for Speed Unbound, they be having that on sale at times. Let's see what the price is for that game. Need for Speed, save it. You save 93%. Yeah, there's like, so yeah, you could get the game pretty much, so you could get Need for Speed Unbound for $4.89, then you could get the Palace Edition for $11.99, and then you could get the Ultimate Collection for $16.99. That's Unbound. Let's see where Heat is at, because Need for Speed Heat, I think you can get, they just automatically sell the Deluxe Edition. They don't sell no cheaper edition. In Deluxe, it's $3.49. You can, and then let's see where Test Drive, because I think Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown, it's currently on sale right now, 30% off. But yeah, $34.99. So it's not like you're really getting, you know, that much of a sale. But and then with the ratings, yeah, I feel like it ain't even fair. So all reviews for Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown, 4,241, mostly negative, and then 332 recent reviews of mixed. And with Need for Speed Heat, that game is in the top rated section of racing games. And with their recent reviews being very positive and all reviews being very positive. So that's why I'm like, you know, to me, and I know people will probably be like, oh, well, Need for Speed Heat, it's been out a lot longer, so you gotta let Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown cook. My thing is this. Need for Speed, because I'm trying to think, what was the last Need for Speed game to come out before Heat? Because I feel like it definitely, hold on for a second, Need for Speed Heat, let's see, Wikipedia, do they have like a thing where there's all like Payback? There's all like, Heat received mixed reviews from critics who mostly found the game to be an improvement over the 2015 reboot and Payback. So Payback had came out too. So they had, so they did that. So it was 2015, they released that Need for Speed, where it was just called Need for Speed. That game was good. 2 years later, they released Payback. That game was good. And then 2 years after that, then they released Heat. So these guys, so Payback, in my opinion, was a pretty good game. So you have it where they only took 2 years, like 2 years to work on Need for Speed Heat, and you mean to tell me that you guys, when was the last? So hold on for a second. Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown, Wikipedia. Because the last game they came out with, there was like Unlimited reboot following the 2011 Test Drive Unlimited 2. So I think that was the first title in the series since 2012, and that was Test Drive Ferrari Racing Legends. So it took you guys 12 years to come out with a game, and that's the best that you can come out with. Meanwhile, Need for Speed Heat, it took 2 years to cook. And that's the game that they came out with, a game that I was able to play. I played that game twice. Meanwhile, with Test Drive, it's like, I just want to hurry up, get through that game, never play it again. Because I'm like, where that game is currently at right now, it's like, no, you guys, the thing is this. Everybody's trying to treat their game like Cyberpunk 2077. I'm tired of seeing the whole, let's release a bad game right now and then do something good in the future. No, you guys need to, if you done took all that time, 12 years, to work on a video game, and then that's the best that you could, because my thing is this. What I feel like that you guys started working on this game a month prior before it came out. Now, if you can prove to me that you guys have been working on this game for some time, then okay. But if not, then it's like, yeah, because I know people will probably be all like, didn't you react to trailers of them? Anybody could come out with a cinematic trailer. You can very well come out with a cinematic trailer. That don't necessarily mean that you worked on a video game. I'm like, I could come out with a trailer right now making it seem like I did something in the video game and don't start development for that game until a month prior before the game releases. So it's like, and that's honestly what it seems like. It just seems like, you know how like there's always that one kid where they got like some project or something that they need to work on and they don't work on it until the night before it's due. Yeah, because I was that type of kid. Yeah, that's, I feel like what they did for Test Drive Unlimited Solo Crown. Meanwhile, with like Need for Speed Heat, I feel like that was a game where it's like, okay, we got to do something better than Payback. And I'm like, Payback was already a good game because I did play a little bit of Payback and I thought Payback was pretty decent. But yeah, with Heat, and then it's just overall there ain't no comparison. And if you're looking for a game to play, and even outside of the sales, hold on for a second, even outside of the sales, so Need for Speed Heat, the deluxe edition, which is the only edition that you could get, $69.99. And then yeah, that comes with like extra cars. I'm trying to think of some other stuff that it comes with. Hold on for a second. So they do say, so there was all like, it comes with the Chaos Edition Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution X starter car available at Start and Player Garage. 3 additional Chaos Edition cars unlocked through progression. 4 exclusive character outfits, swappable and fit both male and female avatars. Rep rewards increased by 5%. Bank rewards increased by 5%. So, and that's the thing where it's like they have a. I feel like I made a decent amount of money in that game. I need to do that. Download Need for Speed Heat and see where my money was at, because I feel like I had a decent amount of money in that game. At least I could say that I didn't have to struggle with buying a car in there. I feel like if I wanted to get me a car right now in that game, I'd be able to get me a car. So meanwhile with Test Drive, I was playing that game the other day and it seemed like they wasn't even giving me no XP towards my character, and I was doing races that I have even done before. So that's why I'm like, yeah, when it comes down between both games. Oh, and then, yeah, so Test Drive Unlimited Solo Crown. So they do have it where their special edition is $79.99. So it's more expensive. It's more expensive. So you actually get, yeah, I mean, if you just want to buy just the game by itself, then it's $49.99. But, and I'm like, and if you wait for the sales, it's like, fam, you get more with Need for Speed Heat. You know, you actually get more. If you go out and buy Need for Speed Heat, and if you want to play Unbound, you very well could do that. I'm trying to think. I think them the only Need for Speed games that they have though on Steam. Hold on for a second. Need for Speed. Oh, actually, no, they do. Oh, no, they actually have a few. So you could get it, actually, it's so much cheaper if you get all the Need for Speed games that's available. They got 11 games. They say, I don't know, they definitely don't have 11 games available. Yeah, that's because I don't even think these ones are even yeah, you can't even purchase those ones. They talk about they're available. It's like, no, they're not available. But anyways, you could get Need for Speed, the 2015 one, Need for Speed Rivals, Need for Speed Heat, Payback Most Wanted, Hot Pursuit, and Unbound, and it'll still be cheaper. You'll get more. And I'm like, Hot Pursuit, played a little bit of it, thought it was all right. Most Wanted, played all of it, thought it was all right. Payback was good. Heat was good. Rivals, I remember beating Rivals. Rivals was decent too. Need for Speed, just the game titled Need for Speed. All those games are decent. You could get all those Need for Speed games, get more content, get more gameplay versus Test Drive, and it's like, fam, come on now. Like, yeah, it's like you guys can't even compete with the Need for Speed games, and that wasn't even on the list of the games you guys was trying to compete with. So, anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. But yeah, overall though, Need for Speed Heat, between them two games, I would recommend getting Need for Speed Heat. So, anyways, with that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. Like, subscribe, viewing this on YouTube. Follow, subscribe, viewing this on the podcast streaming service. Thank you guys, and peace.